What's up, guys? This is Eric Bland's video. I'm doing a commentary over. I'm using a couple of sections of his video. This is not a diss on Eric Bland at all. I just feel like Eric is being played here, and it's unfortunate that the powers that be that are steering this ship that you're about to see here don't just come out and take some culpability and take it on the chin. But check out, this is Eric Thomas Bland's the life of Eric Thomas Bland. This is his new YouTube channel. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers on this channel right now. Get on there, subscribe. Eric's not a bad dude, man. He means well. He's got some guys in the community that really like him. And I don't dislike Eric, even though he did some fucking really crazy shit to me. I've got no ill will towards you, Eric, and I'm using this video only to not only educate the window cleaning community as a whole, but you as well, to what you're standing behind. I'm not saying what you got ain't good. It may not leak, and it may be awesome. And I'm not saying it's that, but there is a large percentage of guys out there that do have these gunslingers, that do have issues. And I am one of them, and I'm not a liar, okay? And anyone could go search through my YouTube video, look for my gunslinger videos, and you can see I've been high on this since jump. I love this fucking thing. But the problem is the manufacturer, Perry Tate, is not doing a very good job putting it together. And he just won't fess up to it. And now he's treating me like he don't know me. So this is what you get for that. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Hey everybody, my name is Eric Bland. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe down here at the bottom, and also don't forget to like the video. Real quick, we're going to talk about, that's right, the Gunslinger.
Which, by the way, is a product that Eric has had for probably 2 weeks in the field. So let's just start there. Let's start there, and that's where my argument will build from here, okay? So I'm not going to try to shoot too many shots here, but this video is just beyond ridiculous to me.
We're going to talk about this Gunslinger right here, and just about what I like about it and what I hate about it. There are two problems with this bob right here, this bucket on a belt. There are two problems. The number one problem that I have with this bucket on a belt, the number one problem that I have with this is the manufacturer and the person who created this in the very beginning, Richie Blue, okay? I think that they have priced it at the wrong price point. They have...
Okay, so Eric's first problem with the Gunslinger apparently is that Perry's not charging enough. He feels this is the best thing he's touched and used for 2 weeks. So that I can appreciate his opinion there, but as a beta tester and still tip jar user, this is my first problem with the Gunslinger. This is the Outlaw window cleaner promotional free Gunslinger that Perry Tate sent me. As you can see, it's got the Outlaw window cleaner branding on it. It was lightly used for about 2 hours on one job, and then I used it all day on another job, and my leg was soaked. I actually sent pictures of it to Richie to be like, look what I got, another leaky Gunslinger. But this is the deal here, and I'm gonna end up trying. I don't know. Maybe Richie will, if he forgives me for all this shit, will fix this for me, because that's where they go to get fixed. Perry sends them to Richie to fix them. But anyways, this is a shame to me, because this thing it looks badass. But as you can see, this is what I mean, and I'm being generous and trying to hold it so it at least has an even gap, but you can see how it's sewn together. It's going to be a little harder to see on this here, the tip jar from Richie Blue. This right here is seen, I'd say on average around between 8 and 10,000 pieces of glass a month. Just this one. I have another one without this on it. Actually, this was like my bright idea. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I was like, man, you should put a loop on the front of this. It's on Facebook somewhere, and then maybe a couple weeks later, this came out. But we talked to Perry, or not Perry, but Richie. Well, Richie and Perry, for that matter, in the development of this while we were testing. We had a lot to do with this, whether Reach It wants to admit it or not, and this guy here, Eric. And everyone knows that. Anyone that pays, this channel was built on this right here, this tool right here. You can go back and watch me use this on this YouTube channel. No bullshit, no filter. Straight up, you guys know, go look. But you can see the tolerances on that. Look at the tolerances on that one. Okay? And I've got that tucked in there because so you can see it better. But you can see the tolerances way different. The material, good. Military grade denier and binding on this. Military grade. Military grade snaps. Year in use, and I use my tip jar all the time, by the way. But we're gonna let Eric go here for a few more minutes. Yeah, I'm smoking cigarettes and whatever. So I'm done dropping these lyrical douches in the bushes. So we'll get back to Eric.
A Honda Civic is not going to be the same price as a Rolls Royce. But Eric, what are you doing? What are you saying? I can't afford $100 for this.
So, this is great. This is like the best material I've ever gotten. Like, set that shit up on a tee. So, you guys, all of you gunslinger purchasers out there that bought a gunslinger for $100 plus out of the country and all these other places, or put in a pre-order and bought this and waited for it for a couple of months, got the Rolls Royce of window cleaning tools, which it could have been. This right here is kick ass. This is a game changer. I would like to send one of these out to everyone. This could have been the baddest fucking thing to hit the industry in decades. And it is. It's just not. It's not being made the same way. And that's the issue here. It's not about attacking somebody or beating somebody down or not trying to help the manufacturer or turning their back or any of that shit. It's about culpability in the marketplace. And this right here, what window cleaners tested every day for a year, dudes that put food on the table with window cleaning, tested this, and they got this instead. And that is the problem. It's leaky and it's defective. The materials are cheaper. It's put together wrong. I mean, you could just see just by looking at it, guys. I mean, just look in comparison. Just look. You can see in my hands the difference. I mean, just look at the back. Look at the back of this. And let me see if I can get it in the camera. You can see the lump where I mean, it's not even sewn straight. Look at that. Crooked sewn. Look at that. You can't even tell just the craftsmanship is completely different, which I know there's going to be a differential in craftsmanship, but at least the materials you could not skip on. I mean, come on, bro. Please. So if you want to sell somebody a Rolls Royce, but you end up sending them a fucking Honda Civic, Eric. That's what happened. We paid for a Rolls Royce and we got a Honda Civic.
Oh, it's too much money. It's $100 if you get it on sale on a Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. You can get them for about $75 and shipped about $100. The crazy part is you can go to another site out there, whether it's Window Cleaning Resource, or Detroit Sponge, or Windows 101, or any of these, and you can buy any bucket on the belt that you truly want. Maybe it's an Unger or a Mormon, and you can spend about $55 to $60 with shipping to have it shipped to your house, or you can pay another $40 and get the Rolls Royce edition.
Well, I think what he meant to say there was you can get the Honda Civic version of the Gunslinger that everyone tested out and thought was so badass. But you want to know what he's also correct about is that you can't go anywhere and buy any Reach It gear anymore. Do you think there might be a reason for that? Maybe it's because no credible windows cleaning supplier in the industry will carry his shit, and he'll try to tell you it's because he doesn't want to and he makes all this money off the internet. But why does he cling to little groups, even like little ones like Outlaw Window Cleaner, for promotion and shit? Because nobody will handle his equipment and shit because he doesn't put shit together well. And that's just the facts of the matter. WCR dropped him. Windows 101 sold all of his shit, that supply of Reach It gear he had, for pennies on the dollar just to get rid of this shit. So now nobody carries it. So, I wonder why that is.
When you're walking around, you're not clicking, clacking, click, 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 click. You're not clinking your squeegees against a plastic bucket. I promise you right now, that when you stick your squeegee in here, you'll be able to pull it out.
Oh yeah, that's right. With Derek Glan's How to Be an Awesome YouTube Window Cleaner course for $25.99, now you also get a Zorbo squeegee and a free leaky bucket on a bill. I tell you what, I like it. I like it. I gotta get this done quick. But I like it. Derek Glan's How to Be an Awesome YouTube Window Cleaner course for $25.99. You get a free Zorbo squeegee and a free leaky Boab. Man, done reached it. And Derek Glan have joined forces like a super lame Voltron. Ugh. But hey, $25.99 though. Can't be. You can't. Nope. What the fuck? I don't know who the fuck that dude is, man. Always coming in my house. Crazy.
When you stick it in there, it's just gonna come out. Here's the thing. In a plastic bob, you guys are all jacking this bob right now, right? You guys are saying, well, it leaks and it does all this stuff, and I'm gonna jump on a bandwagon, I'm gonna bash this guy that's making these because it's not like the original thing. Okay, this guy, he sells poles for a living, okay? This is nothing. These margins, I'm sure the margin on this thing is nothing. He could literally not sell this anymore and continue to make hundreds and thousands of dollars in pole sales. Okay, what I mean by that...
Well, I mean, I don't even know if we need him to explain, anything. Just like I said, this is fucking like amateur night at the Apollo. I've got nothing against Eric, and I know he means well, but this is just like, he's just so out of the loop. He's not, like I said, I don't think the dude's a bad guy. I'm not trying to pick Eric apart. What I'm doing is picking apart this fucking narrative that's clearly been set forth here by powers that be. Clearly. Yeah. If there's no margins on it, and it's super cheap to make and all of this shit, then why he's charging $100 for something that plenty of window cleaners out there, people that that this is their profession, Eric. This is what they do. Spend $100, which I know Mr. Sub-Zero Refrigerator has got money pouring out of his ass. Spent $100 on this, and they're pissed off that it leaks and it's fucked up and falling apart already. I know, to some people, like rich guys like Perry Tate that make all hundreds of thousands of dollars selling poles, it doesn't matter to guys like you, but to guys that work hard for their fucking money, don't really appreciate getting fucking taken advantage of, because they're in a small industry, and manufacturers can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. If that was a Ford or a Chevy right there, that shit would be in Congress, my man. You know what I'm saying? But it just, it's just crazy to me that you're like going to belittle this guy's product, this guy's invention. Richie poured his fucking heart and soul into that fucking thing to make an awesome ass product. Stayed up long hours, stayed away from his wife, and guys out here like me and Tim and Marcus Bay and Austin Childress and all these beta testers out there that tried this out and put their name on the line. You're just like, this thing ain't shit, man. Perry's the man. He don't even need this. Then if he don't need it, then why is he fucking making it in the first place? And two, If there's no margin on it, why is he fucking skimping on fucking materials, making everything out of the cheapest fucking way he possibly can, and then charging a premium for it, Mister? I'm rolling in the dough. So again, just keep setting them up on the tee, and I'll keep knocking them down. And I'm not talking to Eric. I'm talking to you, Playboy. You know who I'm talking to, because I know you're gonna watch this.
Take care of the problems that these have made. So yes, this is a different material. So yes, if there's leaking on yours on the bottom or something's happening, he's trying to fix that. Okay, as a manufacturer, I look up to that person and say, kudos to you. Awesome job. I'm going to tell you right now that everybody will say, well, this is wrong with it and that's wrong with it. I found some things wrong with this. Absolutely. Here's what I found wrong with it. This little thing here, I'm not even used to dumping it out. Let's get rid of this. Let's just get rid of this whole damn mechanism. Nobody needs to dump their bucket out like this. That's pointless. It's pointless. We don't need to dump it out like that. Dump it out like a regular bucket on a belt. Just dump it out. That's it. Let's go ahead and just stitch right around there. Let's stitch this right in. I talked to the manufacturer.
You don't say. Well, never would have guessed that. But this little thing right here, the thing he wants to remove, is sewn on the inside there. So, and this was something Tim showed in a podcast before the versions, like maybe 2 versions before this, where that was sewn on the outside. And through testing, found out that water ran down here and down your leg, down the face of the Gunslinger. So it started getting sewn on the inside, deep, like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch deep. It's not like the ones that Perry's selling, where the one generation is sewn up here and now it's sewn out here. Wrong. This never had an issue with anything leaking down the front of it. You know what I mean? You can see from use, and this is used, guys. I mean, you can just look at it. Look at the way, you can see the way it's designed, and he's wanting to sew the sides and sew the front and remove this. I tip my water out, my dirty water out at the end of my bucket all the time when I go back to re-wet. You know, I know some of you guys use bottles. I'm old school. I got a bucket, so it is what it is. It's all gravy. But you can see with the use of my Gunslinger where the water runs and what exactly it does. If this leaked or ran down the sides or splashed or jiggled or whatever, there would be water all down and stains all down the front of this. No, the stains are up there because it works as it was intended to. Okay? Now, you see I just did a Kevin there. Okay? Okay, guys? You know, you see a little, this here, but that's just from removing reindeers and shit off of windows, a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, homie? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shoot, mug. And he's going to go on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm going to maybe pull another part of this out and use it. And then I'm going to close out with that after this. Okay, guys? So we're going to let him go for a little bit longer. Like I said, this ain't nothing against Eric. You know what I mean? I feel like Eric's getting played here. You know what I mean? I honestly feel that. I know Eric's not got a lot of fans. I got nothing against Eric. All I'm saying is I feel like Eric is being used as a pawn here. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. It doesn't mean it's true. I don't have insider information. None of that shit. I just feel like Eric has been sold a bill of goods. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And there are guys out there that have bought these and know what I'm saying is the truth.
Put a sponge in there, not a big deal anymore. Not a big deal, we fixed the problem. But here's the thing, I personally want to take a stitch and stitch right through this one and this one, all the way through, and just make it one. Let's get rid of the problem that when you put that in there, this comes up on there. And maybe leave an opening right here to where the water will just slide right in there. Because right now, yes, you put your mop in there and the soap comes here and it's gonna go over here and then it's gonna drip down on your pant leg. So that's an idea. So let's go ahead and see if we can help the manufacturer out, because there are different products. He wanted to make this product so it's easier to wipe off. He's wanting to make it different because the original person who made the original one itself made it from like a backpack material, and it gets dirty. That's not on the manufacturer. That's on the person who originally started the dang thing. Okay? It's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be grimy. It's gonna collect a lot of dirt in there because it's a fabric. So he wanted to come up with a cooler idea, something that's gonna be able, you can wipe away this, make it clean and last longer.
Okay, so that's the end of the clips I'm going to use out of Eric's video. I mean, I don't know, he may flag this video or whatever. I don't know, for copyright or whatever, but I feel like this is fair use. I'm reporting on another window cleaners video that I find to be suspect, and I'm going to get on here and correct the errors because I've been running this product for a fucking year, and I feel like my opinion matters. Let me start off by saying this. How dare you try to flip any of this back on Richie? Anything. First of all, he's the one that invented it and owns the patent. How dare you? Okay? Especially with your limited use of the product. 2 weeks tops. Maybe 3. You'll probably hit me with, I've had it for 4. I don't give a fuck how long you had it. I've been using this one for a year. Okay? It's not made out of a backpack material. Okay? It's made out of denier. Alright? Denier is a military grade fabric. It's a super awesome nylon product. You know what I'm saying? And this is why Richie chose to use this, because it's kick-ass. That's why everything on here is built to last, as you can see. Okay? Now, Eric's going to go on and on there, as you guys heard, about how Perry, in his infinite wisdom of window cleaning, which has admitted on several occasions in public and live, he's never even worn a bucket on a belt. So as far as we know, he's apparently a window cleaner from New Zealand that did everything water-fed pull or from a bucket. But all of these people, I mean, if Perry, as arrogant as Perry Tate is and how he likes to boast about himself so often, it's odd to me that all of these guys that he cleaned windows with in New Zealand, where are these dudes at? Well, let me guess, Eric Gillian, I'll lay down in traffic for you, the fuck out of here. I'm not saying that Eric ain't a window cleaner, I'm just saying he ain't never worked with no Perry Tate. He's going to now, for us, to make us a better product, make it out of vinyl. Okay, so you're going to try to tell me that this military-grade fabric that Perry already cheaped out on and uses, where's that hunk of shit at? Oh, I threw it all the way over here. I got to go get it. This thing here that he makes now already cheaped out on the fabric on this. Already cheaped out on the fabric on this. You can, already cheaped out. I mean, you guys can see. And anyone that's got one knows what I'm talking about. He cheaped out on this, the good fabric and the good binding and the tough plastic and the glue and all of the things that Richie did to invent this product and get a patent on. Mister, I've never made a damn thing in my life on my own without the support and the money and the tolerance of window cleaners, has the bright idea to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw down the gauntlet. I'm going to spend all my money on vinyl. The top grade vinyl so they last longer. Bullshit. That won't last nearly as long, in my opinion, as that will right there. I feel like that may crack over time. I feel like that'll scratch easily. I feel like bushes will tear it up. And I don't have any faith whatsoever that Perry is going to buy the best vinyl on the market, because he can't even buy the best fucking buckles on the market or binding on the market. He just gets whatever cheap he can in China. So why should we believe that this is going to be any different this time? You asked for it. You keep poking with your outside sources. You got your little trolls in the group fucking assaulting our games. These are guys that were just fucking sucking us off a month ago and now like, oh, I can't believe that you, how dare you tell the truth. I got my copy it Gunslinger in May. The first or second week of May, I got my Gunslinger, and I told him after my first day of use, I used it 15 minutes and my leg was wet, and I was fucking pissed because I had been going a year And I actually have the video footage. I kept it, and I actually have it on my hard drive. My disposal. I got two detachable 1 terabyte hard drives that off my Apple computer here that I store all my video footage on. And when I say all my video footage, I mean everything I've ever done on Skype or GoPro ever. So I'll go through and I'll find it if I need to. But I told him then, I was like, hey man, this isn't built right. You know what I mean? And he wanted me to, he was like, keep going with it. And it was still leaking. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done using it. I tried for another 3 days with it. I stuck a sponge in the bottom of it. I did all these things and it was still seeping up the back. So I put it down. 2 months later, after Perry never replaced it, he made turn around and be like, well, what he wanted me to do was buy another one and then he would refund me my money. Instead of just sending me one. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? Anyways, and this is a guy that tested your product, did videos on it, podcasts, did all the promotion on social media. You didn't do shit until like a week or two before it was going to be released. Everything promotional-wise was ran through Outlaw Window Cleaner. Look at the fucking guy above me right here. That looks just like the Gunslinger logo. Let's not forget that, okay? It just pains me. It just pisses me off, and this is where my rage comes from. We did all of that work. You treated us like second-class fucking citizens, like you bit the hand like we bit the hand that fed us, or whatever the case may be. We came to Kansas City. You fucking acted like you were doing us a fucking favor when really we were doing you a favor. And then you turn around, don't ship my fucking man's equipment that he paid full price for after building your store out before your event, Mark Tanner. And Mark Tanner might be pissed that I'm bringing this up again, but I don't give a shit. He's just too nice of a guy. He had to wait for his shit. I got my shit before him, and yes, it was free. Yes, I did get 4 free gunslingers after the fact for promotional purposes to give away, which I was only able to give one away. It was the only one that didn't leak. I haven't heard from the gentleman yet, so I don't know if it's a piece of shit or not. But I water tested it because Perry sent me a message. I said, hey man, the 2 gunslingers, 2 of the Outlaw Window Cleaner gunslingers leak. I tried to replace the one you never replaced. So I was going to keep one. They're both leaking. He's like, well, and I was like, and I want to give these other 2 away. What do I do? And he's like, well, you better water test them first. So he didn't even water test them. Okay. That pissed me off. You know what I mean? And the fact that you never replaced my gunslinger, that pissed me off. You know what I mean? I know you sent me a plus B, but from what I gather, Richie paid for that. You sent me a window weapon, and I appreciate that. It's a wonderful brush. I'm not shitting, and I've never had a problem with your water-fed poles. But now that the floodgates have opened, and now Outlaw Window Cleaner has spoken out, because we given you plenty of time to rectify this situation, and you won't even speak to us. After Kansas City, Missouri, he wouldn't even talk to us, went completely incommunicado. And then finally, after he picked up on the fact that it had been 55 or 56 fucking days since Mark got his shit, he wanted, hey, you want to make my sweatshirts for me? Come on, bro. That's the last thing he said to me. You know what I mean? And ever since then, it's probably the doo-doo pants behind me or whatever the case may be. But you asked for that shit. You got what you asked for. You live by the sword. You die by the sword. And this is T. Squeegee, the ethical fucking outlaw. Pieces, deuces, and eat dicks.